Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a magical day. I'm back, I'm here, I'm wearing a veil. Yes, it's beautiful. I know, I'm aware. Anyway, so this week marks the 1 year anniversary of my Walt Disney World Bachelorette party. And we had such a good time and it was so great and we had so many fun things to do. And after we went on the Bachelorette party, I've had so many future brides ask me what the best thing for them to do if they were to plan a Walt Disney World Bachelorette party. So I decided I would kind of share what we did for that weekend and maybe a little video montage of what happened at the end. Alright, and even if you're not planning a bachelorette party and you're just an adult watching this who's like, hey, I want to know adult things to do. This is not necessarily geared toward a bachelorette party. This is just a group of adults going to Walt Disney World. So here we go. Information. There were 8 of us all together. 2 of my friends already lived in Orlando, but were planning on staying with us at the resort. 2 of us lived in Iowa, me and my sister, and the rest of the 4 lived in Chicago. So we were all coming from different places, and 2 of the girls had never been to Walt Disney World in their lives ever before. One of them had been to Disneyland multiple times, but one of them had never been to Disney anything. So this was a matter of celebrating a bachelorette party, showing what Walt Disney World has to offer, and just making sure that everyone had a great time in 3 days. So yes, that's what we did. We had only 2 park days, and 1 day was a recreational day. So we stayed at All-Star Movies. You know, really, there's not much of a difference, so it doesn't really matter if I'm right or if I'm wrong. We stayed at a value resort, which for our purpose was perfect. We weren't going to spend a lot of time at the resort. It's the end of January, which is typically a chillier time at Walt Disney World. Right now they're having beautiful weather. But it's usually pretty chilly, so we knew we weren't going to be spending time at the pool or anything like that. So a value resort was perfectly fine for us. We all got together, everybody got in Wednesday night, and we left Sunday morning. So all of our activities were over a span of 3 days. So basically just a long weekend at Walt Disney World. So let's start off and talk about what we did on the very first day at Walt Disney World Resort, which was Thursday. So Thursday morning we all wake up and we decided to go to breakfast. Well, we didn't decide. I had made reservations 180 days in advance. Like, nothing about this trip was spontaneous. Some of it. Anyway, so Thursday morning we went to breakfast at Ohana at the Polynesian Resort. And it was delicious. For those of you who don't know, Ohana is a character dining experience for breakfast, and it is family style where they will bring you just a big giant thing of Mickey waffles, fruit, hash browns, breakfast food. And if you finish the thing, they'll bring out another one, and it's just a continuous love of food. Anyway, so that was really great. I knew we wanted at least one character dining experience because, like I said, we did have newbies there. So you want to try and hit all the big things. And it was really great. We were very full and it was amazing. And then after that, we decided to just walk around the Polynesian a little bit. And it's a beautiful resort. It's one of my favorites. So it was really great for us to walk around. So after that, we went to Disney Springs. And it was rainy, it was a little gloomy, but that's okay. My grandparents were actually in Florida. They're always in Florida, so they were down there. We got to meet up with them, and we just kind of walked around, did some shopping. We kind of split up and did our own thing. There is a lot to do there. Not as much as there is now because it was still back in January, and Disney Springs didn't open until like June. So, but still, we had a really great time. And then later in the afternoon, we went back to the resort, kind of took like a power nap. And then that night, we had planned to do one of the fireworks cruises, the pontoon boat cruises that boarded at the Grand Floridian. Now, this is different than the dessert parties that they have like on a ship or whatever. These you can actually rent out an 8-person or a 10-person pontoon boat, and you can go and it will take you to the fireworks at either the Magic Kingdom or for illuminations at Epcot. Now, I think they provide like snacks and water and all of that, and if you wanted to order like some sort of adult beverage or any food, you could dine in through the Grand Floridian. I forget which restaurant at the Grand Floridian catered if you wanted to order, but that was an option for you. But unfortunately, so we got all dressed up and went to the Grand Floridian, and it was still raining, like super bad. And so we went to the little dock place because I hadn't heard anything about it being canceled. And actually, they don't cancel unless it's actually lightning out. So they could very well have taken us. But they said if we decided not to do it because of the rain, no big deal, we would be refunded. So that's what we decided not to go in the rain, which was probably a good idea. And instead, we decided to do a monorail bar crawl. And it was probably the best idea that we ever had. So the Grand Floridian, we ordered some champagne. I don't remember where we were. We weren't even in like the restaurant. We ordered it at a bar and then like went into the lobby area and we're drinking champagne. And then we hopped on the monorail and went to the Contemporary and went to the Wave in the basement of the Contemporary and had some drinks there. And then after that, we went to back to the Polynesian that night and went to Trader Sam's, which is like one of our favorite bars ever. So it was so much fun. We had such a great time, and I just love that we were able to make the best of it, even though we had planned to go on this fireworks cruise and it didn't work out. So Thursday ended up being a lot of fun. Now Friday was our first full day in the parks, and remember, there were some people who have never been to Walt Disney World before, so we had to pack in everything. So the first day, we did 3 parks one day. Pretty crazy. We started off the morning at Animal Kingdom, did some big ticket items there. I think we did the Safari and Everest, and unfortunately we didn't have any time to do any of the shows and whatnot. Like I said, we were planning to pack in a lot in one day. So unfortunately we didn't get to do Festival of the Lion King, which is my favorite thing in Animal Kingdom, nor were we able to do Finding Nemo the musical. But we were still able to walk around. We met some characters, and just were able to explore the beauty of Animal Kingdom, because Animal Kingdom is my second favorite park. And then after that, we went over to Epcot and spent the day, most of the day in Epcot. We had lunch reservations at Via Napoli, which is the pizza place in Italy in the World Showcase, and that was probably one of the best dining experiences at Walt Disney World I ever had. They were just so excited to have us, and they knew we were celebrating a Bachelorette party, and it was just so much fun, and we had a great time. And then after that, we just kind of did the whole Epcot thing. I'm pretty sure we did most things. We did not do Test Track, and we did not do Soarin' because Soarin' was down for refurb back last January. Then after that, for some reason, I don't know why we did this, we walked from Epcot to Hollywood Studios. We walked. I think we saw that the friendship boats were going to take too long, and we're like, oh, it's only like a mile, no big deal. It was a big deal. It was terrible. But we had to get back to Hollywood Studios to see Fantasmic. We had to do that for our newbies, because you don't miss Fantasmic. It's the best thing in the world. We did, we made it, and we were all exhausted. And then right after Fantasmic, we ran and did Rock and Roller Coaster super quick. And then I think some of the others did Tower of Terror after that, but I do not remember. And we were planning to go back to the boardwalk after our 3-park day and do jelly rolls. which is, for those of you who don't know, it's a dueling piano bar, and it's just a lot of fun for everyone. Yeah, we did not do that. We went home and went to sleep. And then Saturday was our last day all together, and we did the Magic Kingdom. And it was just right after Christmas, and we have a lot of Christmas-loving people in the group. So we ran to Ye Olde Christmas shop. I still don't know. Nobody's told me yet how to say it. So we ran, and we were the first ones to decorate the Christmas tree in Ye Olde Christmas shop. And it was probably the best thing ever. And we all got little commemorative ornaments. They were little Mickey ones that said 2016. And it was so great. And then we just did the whole Magic Kingdom thing. The only thing abnormal, not even abnormal, that we did is we all had dinner at Be Our Guest, which for those of you who don't know, I try and get Be Our Guest reservations every single trip of mine, whether it be breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It's just one of my favorite places to go. But we did dinner, and it was lovely. We all split a couple bottles of wine, and it was so great. It was so beautiful. And then did the whole like wishes thing. We were rope dropped to wishes that day. So we were all very tired. Yeah, that's basically all we did. We did a lot, and I think everybody had a really great time. If you guys have any questions at all about your future bachelorette parties or your adult-only trips, during the off season when there's not a festival happening or anything like that and you're not sure exactly what you can do, reach out, because we were a bunch of 20 and 30 somethings having a great time at Walt Disney World for just a very quick weekend. And without further ado, my sister was super great and super awesome and took awesome footage of us on the trip. So it's only a couple minutes long, so I decided to share it with you all here. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at @TheMagicalMiranda for all of my Disney pictures. And then also go like me on Facebook, Magical Moments by Miranda. I share all of my Disney news from other news sources there. Alright, so I will see you guys in my next video, and enjoy this little thing.